Hi guys, welcome back to Beyond the Cowl. You've got Sammy here, and today we are going to be hooking up a tree skirt with our beautiful triangles. I've gone Christmas because I love Christmas. You can use any colour you want for any purpose that you want. So a couple things to talk about before we get down to business. Any triangles are fine. Any of the ones that we've used, if you find a different one, all work perfectly fine. You just want them all to be the same size. So I'm doing the traditional, the granny style triangle. I've got 6 of them, exactly the same, so that my sides are going to line up perfectly as I start to stitch them together. Size possibilities are, of course, endless. These are 6 inches. 6 6-inch triangles will make a tree skirt big enough for a small desktop tree or plant. And triangles that are 18 inches would make a tree skirt suitable for a full-size Christmas tree. Can't wait to see the designs and colours you guys come up with, of course. Now, next thing we need to do is lay out our triangles to figure out what pattern we want. So the way that we're going to lay them out is with the points in the center, kind of like a pizza. Maybe it's just me thinking a pizza, but it's kind of like a pizza. There will be a bit of a gap in the center. It will be rather small when we actually join them, but that's, you figure out your triangle placement like that, and then you are ready to start joining them. I'm going to be joining, excuse me, with the single crochet join that we learnt in Beyond the Cowl Unit 2, but there are loads of options in there if you want to do something different. Excuse me. So I'm going to join side to side, side to side. I'm going to leave one side unjoined and open. Let's get pressure on the single crochet join because that's what I'm going to be using. So I've gone through the very center stitch on each of my triangles of their corner, center stitch of their corner, and join in, and then I'm going to go through both stitches on both squares and do a single crochet. Now this will give us a raised single crochet join, which I quite like. As I said, we have gone over a few different joining techniques, and any of them would be suitable for this project. So I've got my 2 points together, joining up the first one. I'm going to run this row of single crochet, and I'll meet you back here to show you how to join the second. Okay, I've finished my first join, so you can see that raised single crochet sitting up nicely there. I just thought I'd show you a little trick to prevent so many weaving in so many ends. So I finished. I've got my chain on my hook. I'm going to grab my next square, line it up for joining, go back into the stitch that I've just finished working, which is the center of what will be the middle corner, join in my next one. So I'm not going through both. I just had the grey, I went into the red, joined on my next green. Now this isn't going to work for all of them, obviously, because we're going to be working out from the center, but one less join we have to do. And there's our first single crochet done on the next join. And then we can work our way along the side of that triangle till we get to our edge. And then we'll have an end that we'll need to weave in, but one less by just working that single crochet and joining from there. Alright guys, I'll see you back here soon. I have finished off my joining I have also added a row of single crochet all around the edge and around the 2 unjoined edges, just because I'm using a contrasting color, so I wanted it all to be fairly uniform. Sorry if I'm a bit shaky. I'm freehanding so I can show you all how pretty it is. Now, next up, I'm going to put a decorative border on. So with the half double crochet, the single crochet rather, I just popped a stitch into every stitch down the sides, 3 in the corner, and then the same around the edges. So I've got a nice even starting surface for my decorative border. I'm going to put you back in my camera stand and get started on the beautiful waves border from Unit 4. See you all in a moment. All right, back and working the beautiful waves border. This is one of my favorite borders because it always looks beautiful, but I wanted to incorporate both of my colors, so I thought I'd just do a quick little segment. I know that there's a full video on this stitch, but just to show you how to use the 2 colors. Ooh, maybe not give you motion sickness. So I've just finished working one. I've got one double crochet to add back into the chain. So I'm going to work half of it like I normally would. I'm carrying my yarn under my double crochet. I'm just going to pick up my green to finish the stitch, and then carrying my red across, so working my 4 double crochet over the top of it. After the first one, I just like to give it a little pull to make sure the tension on my last stitch is right, and then we work the wave stitch as normal. So working over my red because I'm carrying it for the next wave. 3, 4, chaining 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, turning over, going between the 2 double crochet and out the chain space to do our slip stitch. Oop. Hey, hey, hey. If I can do a slip stitch, goodness me. There we go. Back to our front to work the double crochet into our chain space as normal, and just changing back again on our last double crochet of the set. So a nice, easy, really gorgeous border that just adds another dimension to this project. I am loving it with the collar changes, but hey, Christmas crazy here. So I'll let you guys work whatever border it is that you are going to be working. We have 2 steps left. We're going to add a closure, and then we have our final step. So I will meet you back here to show you how to do the closure. See you soon. Alright guys, we're back with the final part for our tree skirt. I've finished my multicolour waves border, which is gorgeous, if I do say so. Now I just want to add a button for closure. Using the granny triangles, I already have holes, so I can just attach my button to line up with one of them. So I'm just using a needle and thread, just some yarn. The style of this button, you won't see the yarn, so I haven't been picky about the colour. Just going to thread my button on. And I'm going to go through it a couple of times so it's nice and secure. Okay, I'll do a couple more times before I tie off, just because I have two little boys who are crazy. So popping our button on, and then I'm just using an existing hole to close it up and secure it. It will sit beautifully around a tree or a plant. I hope you've enjoyed hooking up this little cutie. Until next time, have a fantastic day and happy hooking.